Hi everyone, Animal Girl here with a new installment of TV Talk, and that is Agent Carter, and this week's episode is Bridge and Tunnel Part 1. Returning from overseas following the war, Agent Peggy Carter with the SSR adjusts to life back in New York City and without Captain America. However, things are very different for her back on the home front than they were overseas. When she was overseas, she was given a lot of responsibilities as she was the liaison for Captain America. And to find out more about that, please watch the Captain America, the first Avengers movie. I will be doing a movie review on that movie at some point in the near future, probably relatively soon. There's just a couple of Avenger movies that are ahead of it that I have to get to first, as I am doing those in order. But now that she is back in the States, Peggy has gone from being a very important asset and agent to a glorified secretary. But all that changes when her old friend Howard Stark comes to her asking for help to prove that he is not a traitor to the American people and the Allied forces. And this, of course, will take the entire first season, so I don't want to delve into it too much, as this is also the first half of a two-part, 2-hour episode, and we will get more into that in next week's episode, and I don't want to give away too much in this first episode. So moving on, highlights of the episode. This series premiered in 2014 in May as kind of a filler between the first and second halves of season 2 of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And I will be doing TV talk reviews on that at some point. I actually kind of want to wait until after I do a movie review on the first Avengers movie before I do that, as it kind of ties in with it. It does follow the events of the 2011 Captain America movie. That you actually will see clips from the movies appearing in at least this episode. I'm not 100%, I can't remember if it appears in the other episodes or not, but it definitely in this episode, and I think next week's episode as well. Mostly is flashbacks by Peggy and Howard. We are reintroduced to Peggy Carter and Howard Stark, and we are also introduced to Edwin Jarvis, Daniel Souza, Jack Thompson, Roger Dooley, Rose Roberts, and Angie Martinelli. And we are revealed to the big enemy of, or at least the code name for the big enemy of this season, which is Leviathan. Okay. Characters are obviously Agent Peggy Carter, who is played by Haley Atwell, and if I mispronounce anybody's name, I apologize, but that is the correct spelling for everyone's name, both character and actor. Howard Stark, who we all know, or at least Marvel fans know, as the father of Tony Stark, aka Iron Man, who is played by Dominic Cooper, who I thought did a very good job portraying Howard Stark. Edwin Jarvis, who is played by James D'Arcy, I believe is how you say his last name, and he is basically Howard's butler, and he is also Agent Carter's unofficial partner in this little adventure. Agent Daniel Souza, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce his actual name, who is an agent with the SSR, and he is actually crippled, and he's basically treated kind of like Peggy, a little more elevated because he is a war hero and he is a man, and you gotta remember this is the 1940s. Agent Jack Thompson, who is played by Chad Michael Murray, and he is kind of a Donkey butt, I really don't want to say a bad word on the internet, so we're just going to call him a donkey butt. I think you guys can understand, kind of figure out what I mean by that. And he's also very much a glory hound. Every time, and this is not really much a spoiler, as is going to be apparent throughout this series, but every time somebody comes up with a good idea, he kind of takes credit for it. And if it doesn't work out, he basically lets them take credit for it and take the fall. So basically, if it furthers his career, he's all for it. And he really puts down Peggy and also Daniel to a degree. And Chief Roger, Dooley, again, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. He is the chief of the New York branch of the SSR. Rose Roberts, played by Leslie Boone, and she is the secretary and of the SSR, the actual secretary of SSR, and kind of has an important role. She's the one who basically lets everybody into the secret office within the telephone company. And then Angie Martinelli, who's played by Lindsay Frashella, I believe is how you say her last name. And she has no connection to Howard Stark, Edwin Jarvis, or the SSR. She is just Peggy's friend who works as a waitress in a diner and is an aspiring actress. And I think she's basically there just to kind of ground Peggy, give her someone to talk to who is not part of the Stark drama or part of the SSR. So yeah, those are the characters. Question of the week. This was a 2-season series, and for those of you who have seen the first 2 seasons, or the 2 seasons of this, do you think there should be a season 3 of Agent Carter? And why or why not? And for those of you who haven't seen it or who haven't seen it in a while, what do you think the word Leviathan means? Not necessarily overall, but just within the content of this series. Please leave your questions and your answers in the comment section. Also, feel free to leave your comments and questions in the comment section as well. Please like and subscribe, that helps me out a lot, and feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Also, please note that all pictures seen within this video belong to their respective artists. I own absolutely nothing. Okay, please feel free to check out my other TV talk videos, and they are Dragons, right now Riders of Berk, Big O, and Star Wars, right now The Clone Wars. Also, feel free to check out my other videos, my movie talk videos, my movie talk special edition videos, my book talk videos, my top favorite videos, or video, as there's only one right now, and my top favorite special edition videos, and my last unicorn music video. Also, before I sign off, I would like to say one thing. Please look for my 2 new TV talk videos, Touched by an Angel, which will be debuting tomorrow, and Walker, Texas Ranger, which will be debuting on Wednesday. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again next time.